Hi guys. So today we're going to talk more about exponential growth and exponential decay, and particularly we're going to look at key features of them and really kind of dig into what each part of the equation is and really like how it's working. So to talk about exponential growth first, I've got a little bit of a visual that we're going to do here. So imagine I have 4 blocks. Okay. So how can I increase this by 50%? So you're like, all right, well, 50% of that, well, that's 2, right? So I'm gonna add 2 more blocks to this. So this was 50% that I'm adding. This over here. Well, what that is, that's really like the 100% that I started out with. Okay. So what is my total percent I have now of blocks? Well, I have 150% of blocks. So there's some keywords that we want to kind of think about. We want to think about like, what is the percent of increase, which is the amount that it grew by. So in this case, it's our 50%. So this is our percent of increase. Oops. And then the 4 that we started out with is our 100%, like I already said. And then our 150% in total, we would say is the growth factor. Okay. So, and just a reminder that 150 as a decimal is 1.5. So in order for something to grow, it's always going to, for exponential growth, always going to increase by a certain percentage to make it over 1. It has to like take the 100% of what you had, and then it's going to add some percent each time. And even though I'm talking about adding a percent, what ends up happening is it really is what's being like, the fact that this is being multiplied each time. And I'll kind of come back to this in a second, but because it's the percent that it's increasing, that's growing by. All right, so let's look at this kind of equation we have down here. So unfortunately, I just realized my colors don't quite match stuff above, but so A is our initial amount. We kind of talked about the other day of it's like our starting value or y-intercept. It would help that I spell it right. Okay. R is our rate, and it's particularly the growth rate. And to relate that up here, that's like our percent of increase. This is our growth rate. So back up top there, okay. Then that 150 that we had up here, that's like taking into account the 100%. So what happens is right here, my 1 in the equation, that is my 100% up there. It's like whatever we started with is being taken into account. And then the R value is, and I'm gonna see what color do I want. Sorry, doing my colors here. R is the, I lost my train of thought, the growth factor. So the R is the growth rate. When we add 1 to it, that whole thing becomes the growth factor, that 150 that we were talking about. So this is the growth factor. Okay. And T is our time period. And no, we're not always going to necessarily have time in the sense that of hours and days. Usually we will though. The best model or the most applicable part of exponential growth is it really does have to do with growth over time. But our time can be kind of loosely defined there. Okay, so actually before we move on to exponential decay, I want to talk about just connect it back to our charts that we did the other day. So we have X and Y, and so I'm going to say like step 0, that was 4, right? We started off with the 4 blocks, and then after the first step, well, half the 50% of 4 was 2, and I added that together, so that meant that I had 6 blocks, right? So then on the second round, well, 50% of 6 would be 3, so I add the 3 to the 6, so that gets me 9. And then for my third round, this last one, half of 9 is 4.5, and I add that to the 9, I get 13.5. So I'm not adding a consistent amount each time, right? That would be a linear pattern. What I'm doing is I am doing a exponential pattern. And so how we can figure that out is if I do 6 divided by 4, that gives me 1.5. And if I do 9 divided by 6, guess what? It gives me 1.5. And I'm sure, as you can guess, 13.5 divided by 9 also gives me 1.5. So it's multiplying by 1.5 each time to increase the amount. So that growth factor is taking into account the 100% is what you started with, what you had the previous one, and then it's increasing it by the 50% is the 0.5. Okay, so it is a pattern of repeated multiplication, even though we would technically adding to the 4, the half of 4 to get to the 6, and the half of 6 to get to 9. Really, I could just multiply by 1.5 each time, okay? So that multiplying by 1.5, if I was to write an equation for what I just did using this model, I would have y equals 4 was my starting amount. So I'll do that in blue. So that was my 0 there. And then 1 plus the rate that I had. So I already had my 100%, but then my rate was 0.5, which is, guess what, 1.5. And then each time I raised it to a different power, x. So if I was to take 4 times 1.5 to the first power, I would get 6. If I do 4 times 1.5 to the second, I get 9, and so on and so forth, okay? All right, let's talk about exponential decay. I'm going to kind of draw a line that separates that stuff. All right, so very similar for exponential decay, but we're paying attention to decreasing. So I'm going to start off with my 4 blocks again. So what if I want to decrease this amount by 25%? So, well, 25% of my 4 blocks would be 1 block, right? So I'm wanting to take away a block, and I'm left with 3 blocks, right? I just kind of realized up here, I didn't show my 6 blocks. That was silly of me. 1, 2. Okay, all right, back to decay, sorry. All right, so let's kind of talk about this again. All right, so we had our 100% that we started with. A told you I wanted to subtract a quarter of it, 25%. So 25% of my 4 was 1. And I'm left with those 3 blocks. So think about like, what percent of the blocks do I have left, right? Well, I have 75% of the blocks. So just like up here with growth, our growth factor is what showed up in our equation, right? The 1.5, not just the 0.5. The same thing happens with exponential decay, is that 75% becomes really important. So really what we lost is important, but what we keep is also just as important. Let's just jump to writing an equation on this. I'm going to show that, sorry, I'm trying to get my photos here. All right, so we had y equals, so I have my 4, that's my initial amount that I had. And then I always have a 1, but we took away 0.25, 25%, right? And then I have it to some exponent. So another way to write this though is 4 times, well, what is 1 minus 1.25, or sorry, 1 minus 0.25? Well, it's 0.75 to the x. So these equations are the same thing. This one's just more simplified. So this one shows you what we call the decay rate. Versus this one gives us just the decay factor. Okay, and let's kind of label that down here as well. So A is still our initial amount. And that was our 4 that we had. Our R, that's our decay rate. Oops. And then our decay factor is that whole 1 minus R. So in our case it was 0.75. So this is our decay factor. And just a reminder, the word factor is when it is something that's being multiplied. And it is that, in this case, 0.75 or whatever, that's the factor that is changing by each time. Okay? And last but not least, T is our time period. All right, let's go to the next page. So what I want you guys to do is I want you just to pick out the different parts of the equations and identify if it's growth or decay. So growth or decay is tying in from last time. So what determines if it's growth or decay? So I want you guys to think about that second. What determines growth or decay? Hopefully you thought about that this number that is being raised to the x needs to be greater than 1 to be growth, and needs to be less than 1 to be decay. So this would be growth. I'm just going to put G. So then our initial value, what's in front? And the number in front always does not have the exponent, okay? So that in that case it is 3. The growth or decay factor, the factor is what is given to you in the equation, and that's 1.8. That is what is being raised to the x. But then the rate that is actually being changed by is how is it different from 1? So, well, it's a different of 0.8 from 1. So when I'm dealing with growth, I can do 1.8 minus 1 to give me my rate. And this was my factor. Let's look over here at this one. So this one, you should, well, you guys determine, is it growth or decay? It's decay. Then what's our initial value? Do we have anything in front of what's being raised to the x? Well, not really, right? So there's nothing being multiplied to that 0.3 to the x, but there's still something there, right? We always have invisible ones. So the initial value is 1. All right, the decay factor is what is in the equation, and that would be 0.3. So to figure out the decay rate, I need to know how did it change. So it went from 1 and then it went to 0.3. So how much did it lose to get to 0.3? So, and I'm talking about loss, right? So I had 1 to begin with this time and I lost. Well, actually, we don't know how much it lost, but I know that it's going to get 0.3. So really, I can just do 0.1 minus 0.3 and it gives me 0.7. So it lost 70% to be left with my 30%. So yeah, anytime, just remember that the percents and decimals are interchangeable, okay? Okay. All right, last one. Growth or decay? Growth, yeah, okay, cool. What's my initial value? 5. Well, I need to do it better 5 than that. 5, okay. What is the growth factor? 2, because that's what's in the equation, right? So now the growth rate, again, so it grew. So how did it go from 1 up to 2? Well, it increased by 1, right? So if you think about it, if we have, so this 2 really represents, we have 200% now. So if we always start with 100%, to get to that 200%, I had to add 100%, okay? All right, so your assignment is it's really just this again. Be warned that on the worksheet, I reordered these questions. So it does not go growth, decay, initial value, factor, and rate. So really pay attention to the vocabulary because I put it in a different order, all right? So when you get done with that, please return that. I'll take photos of it, return it to me so I can see how you're doing. Thanks.